what happened Sunday reminds us of something much deeper, that walking away sometimes is the win, that surviving one of the sport's most unpredictable variables is worth more than Wallies or points. And it's thanks in no part to the unsung heroes of this sport, the men and women at JFR who build safe race cars, and of course, the NHRA Safety Safari. The NHRA's traveling safety team is the best in the world, bar none, period. They're the ones who get there first when things go wrong. And on Sunday in Epping, they were flawless. Rapid response, full coordination, every movement had purpose. They made sure fans didn't witness a tragedy, and let's be honest, in a sport that pushes that boundary of physics every week, it's easy to become desensitized. We've seen 300 mile an hour become routine. Lately, we've seen 340. We've seen engines explode, bodies fly, carbon fibers shatter. But when it comes down to it, safety isn't routine. It's deliberate, engineered, practiced, upgraded, and earned. In Jack's own words, I pedaled, and it was one of those deals where when these things shake violent enough, your vision kind of shuts down for a second. As soon as I pedaled, I just hooked left. He didn't quite see it coming. That's how quick it happens. He added, clearly, I'd like a redo on that. But sometimes these things do something that's really unpredictable, some wild stuff out there. And just think about Jack Beckman, one of the best to ever do it, couldn't prevent it this time, but he did stay safe. And that is the very heart of safety engineering in action. So tonight, we were going to talk about John Force's Last Wally, a special piece we've been working on, but we'll save that for another time. To the engineers who design crumple zones, to the crew chiefs who reinforce chassis, to the safety safari who fly into action with steel nerves and foam sprays, and to the NHRA medical staff who meet every one of the adrenaline and precision race car drivers, right in front of the fans who stand in awe and never take the safety of a racer for granted. I tip my hat to you. Every time a driver steps into one of these beasts, they do so knowing the risk. They trust that every bolt was torqued, every suit stitched, every helmet fit. But beyond that, they trust that if everything fails, someone will be there. And as always, someone was. Now, Jack Beckman and the Peak team have packed up what's left of a wounded warrior. They'll be unloading some backup car here soon in Bristol. And if I know Jack Beckman and that Peak squad, they'll walk up to the starting line with the same quiet intensity, the same dry humor, and the same belief in each other and their car. Because this is John Force Racing, and that's the NHRA. This is drag racing. This is life lived a quarter mile or 1,000 foot at a time, and sometimes life nearly lost in the same distance. So from everyone at the Late Lap, Jack, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that you walked away, and I'm glad that intelligent people are never bored. So go Artex. It was really remarkable. You see all of the cool things happening every week, the fast speeds, and then every now and then something really rough gets you. And I'm just so thankful that our buddy Jack is okay. Of course, it wasn't all bad news this week for John Force Racing. We can shift gears for a moment. From the crash of carbon fiber to the clash of champions, Austin Prock, talented, tough, unfortunately frustrated. Despite securing his 17th career number one funny car qualifying position, the reigning champ was stunned in round one by Buddy Hall. One of those rare moments when horsepower, data, and preparation all align, only to be undone by a car that simply wouldn't cooperate. The Cornwell Tool Chevy went up in smoke at the hit, a complete reversal of everything the team expected. Prock said it just blew the tires off, and it does happen, even to champions, to veterans, and even dynasties in the making. Prock's ability to lead the Mission Foods funny car points despite the stumble is proof that that team and their driver is built for long-term fights. Now, let's talk about excellence in Epping. Let's talk about dominance in Epping. Let's talk about what happens when talent, engineering, and precision do meet on the same launch pad. Let's talk about Brittany Force and David Grubnick. The Monster Energy team Sunday in Epping didn't just win, they conquered. After a stumble in Chicago, she returned to form and then some, driving her Monster Energy top-fueled dragster past Doug Kalita and Tony Stewart in back-to-back rounds. Her final round 369 with a 4 at 340.39 mile an hour sealed her 18th career win. tying legendary Shirley Muldowney for most by a woman in Top Fuel class. But let's be honest, this wasn't just about the stats. This was a message. Grubnick and co-crew chief John Collins gave her a flawless race car. Every pass and eliminations went straight down the track, no drama, no guesses, just dominance. A semifinal run at 341.42 mile an hour set a new Epping track record just shy of her recent national mark. And Brittany, ice cold. Precision on the tree, commanding at the stripe, unshakable. "This one is for my dad," she said. "It's been tough without him driving, and this track has always meant something to us." The Monster Energy team reminded the world that while the headlines may swing toward new names and shiny stories, the legacy of Force Racing and the brilliance of Grubnick's tuning never left. Dave Grubnick has built a reputation not just as a tuner, but as a philosopher of speed, calculated, strategic, and willing to gamble. He doesn't chase trends. He builds blueprints for domination. And Brittany Force, she's the ultimate executor of that vision. In a season where parity reigns and upsets abound, Force and Grubnick just planted a monster-sized flag in the ground. They're back. They're fast. And they are not done. Stick with us after the break as we switch from 10,000 horsepower missiles to Detroit's twisty hybrid ballet. But for now, give it up for Beckman's bravery, Proc's perseverance, and the Force family's fire.